Hello friends, today we are going to start a basic terms related with the cone, total concept in terms of surface area and volume of a cone. And after that we are going to start exercise 9.2. Now step by step please try to understand because this geometry and this concept is required for entire exercise of 9.2. So first of all, cone. Now we are quite familiar about diagrammatical structure of cone. Means if you are enjoying ice cream or all other part, definitely you can have a part in case of a cone structure. Basically, these are some fundamental part that we are supposed to describe over here, but try to understand first basic structure of a cone. Now, first of all, we are trying to understand diagrammatical structure of a cone, and after that we are going to write some definition and the part in terms of surface area and volume. Let us say I am going to say O is a basic part or a base position and O to B is nothing but radius of this cone. So first radius of a cone is OB. Now O to A, I am going to call it as a height, or we can say at perpendicular height or vertical height. So remember one part, radius of a cone is always indicated by R and its vertical height is always indicated by H. So these are the two first terms that we must able to understand. What is that? OB is a radius of a circle which is at a base for a cone and H is a vertical height. That's why this is called as a base radius of cone and H is nothing but vertical height for a cone. Now there is also one content or concept from A to B. This is nothing but a slant direction, but it is also one kind of a height. That's why it is called as slant height and indicated by L. So there are three terms which is required in case of a cone for a calculation. One is called as a OB, which is nothing but a base radius of a cone. AO, that is nothing but height or vertical height, and L, it is called as a slant height. Remember, angle between the radius and height is always 90 degree. Now in case of a formulation, sometime they will be give R, H, we have to calculate L means slant height. Sometime they will give L, radius R, we have to calculate vertical height. In that way some significant R depend. Now what is the correlation between the radius R, vertical height H and slant height L? I have drawn the same triangle in front of you, that is OAB. OAB, where A to O is vertical height H, O to B is radius R, and A to B, that is a slant height. In that case, it's a simple content or simple concept in terms of Pythagoras theorem. We know that first side square plus second side square is equal to hypotenuse square. Means you can simply say that L square is equal to R square plus H square, or L is equal to under root of R square plus H square. This formulation we are using in case of a part. First of all, try to understand all this diagrammatical content to writing significant. So the first part, in a cone, radius of a base or base radius, it is indicated as a R. Now second part, perpendicular height. Second, perpendicular height, it is indicated as H. And third, slant height, that is indicated as a L. These are the three significant. Recently from the diagram point of view, we know that L square is equal to R square plus H square by Pythagoras theorem. So it is written as, therefore L square is equal to R square plus H square. Or also we can write, therefore L means slant height is equal to under root of these two terms, means under root of R square plus H square. And we are using this content into numerical, so please pay attention. Now first, radius of a base, that is R, radius or base radius is R, perpendicular height is H, slant height is L square is equal to R square plus H square, or slant height L is equal to under root of R square plus H square. This is called as a basic information. Now we have to understand some of the formulae over there for a cone. Now what is exactly that? Among them, the first part is required, called as curved surface area of a cone. In case of formulation, we have to need the first part, called as a curved surface area of a cone. Now, once again, please pay attention, curved surface area of a cone. Second, total surface area of a cone. And third, volume of a cone. When you want to try to understand, once again, please pay attention. A conical diagram, it contains one curved surface area. In total surface area, curved surface area plus base circle area, and volume is nothing but the part that we are going to calculate over here. So there are three main concepts: curved surface area, total surface area means curved surface area plus area of base. So remember, area of base, it is nothing but one kind of a circle, so area is pi r square. And then total surface area means addition of curved surface area plus base surface. And third, volume. All three content I am going to explain it over here, so please pay attention. So our first part is curved surface area of cone. Curved surface area of a cone is indicated by pi RL, where pi is nothing but 3.14 or 22/7 as per the numerical, r is nothing but base radius of a cone, and L is nothing but slant height. Now, after curved surface area of a cone, there is a part called as a total surface area of a cone. So total surface area of a cone is nothing but curved surface area plus area of base. So I am writing it as curved surface area plus area of base circle. And that is nothing but pi RL plus pi r square. If you simplify this content, that is pi RL plus pi r square, here you can simply say that pi r, and among pi r square 1 r will become common and it remain L plus r. So it is written as pi r into bracket L plus r. This is one way that you can represent, or sometimes it is also represented as pi r into bracket r plus L. Part remains same, pi r into bracket r plus L. Both the way this formula remains same. And this is a second part that is required over here. Now third and the last part, volume of a cone. So volume of a cone is nothing but 1/3 pi r square h. Volume of a cone is nothing but 1/3 pi r square h, where pi is nothing but again 22/7 or 3.14 as per numerical. R square means radius of a base in the form of square, and h is nothing but vertical height. So student, kindly request remember all these formulae, because in case of a numerical we need these all formulae over there. Now moving to the next exercise, that is practice set 9.2. Now remember, there are around about 9 to 10 numerical, and step by step every time we have to understand the given numerical, sometime diagram, and with the help of diagram we are going to understand the steps and writing process. No doubt here some steps are very important, and in every numerical I am going to clear some hint in terms of calculation and the part. So first question is, question number 1, perpendicular height of a cone is 12 centimeter. Perpendicular height of a cone is 12 centimeter and its slant height is 13 centimeter. Find the radius of base of a cone. As per their given data, perpendicular height of a cone is 12 centimeters. Means logically you can say that perpendicular height, that is h, they have given it as a 12 centimeter, and its slant height is 13 centimeter. Slant height L, that is 13 centimeter. This is also given by them. Then find the radius of base cone. Then find the radius of base cone. Means we are supposed to find this radius. Now I am trying to explain the same question in terms of diagram point of view. What is exactly? In case of a given diagram, we know that it is indicating base radius, we highlighted it as a r. This is nothing but vertical height h, and third slant height, that is L. And we very well know that the relation between the radius and vertical height makes an angle of 90 degree, and slant height is nothing but hypotenuse of that diagram. Same part that I have drawn it over here in terms of triangle form, so you can easily understand the part. They have given a vertical height h as 12 centimeter. They have given us a slant height L as 13 centimeter, and as per their question, find the radius over there. Now we very well know, as per this condition, r square plus h square is equal to L square. That is nothing but simple concept of Pythagoras theorem. R square plus h square is equal to L square. R we don't know, H or H square we know, and L means L square we know. Means with the help of simple Pythagoras theorem or by property, we can solve this numerical. So observe this part carefully. Therefore, by geometry of cone, we know very well, and a part is, actually we can write L square is equal to R square plus H square, or we can also write R square plus H square is equal to L square, where R is nothing but radius or base radius of a cone, H is nothing but the vertical height, and L is nothing but slant height. Simplification of that part, R square that we don't know or we have to find, plus H square, H is given as a 12, so 12 square is equal to L means 13 bracket square. Simplification of this term, R square plus 12 square is 144 and 13 square is 169. Now the next step is for simplification. Therefore, R square is equal to 169. Shifting plus 144 to that side, minus 144, and a part is 9 minus 4 means 5, 6 minus 4 means 2, and 1 minus 1 is 0. So R square is equal to 25 means pi square. As R square is nothing but 25 means pi square, so value of R is become 5 and their respective unit is centimeter. So I am writing centimeter. So you can say radius or base radius of a cone. Therefore, base radius of cone, that is equal to R, is equal to 5 centimeter. And in this way, by simple presentation in terms of a calculation, you can solve it and you will get the answer. Remember, every time it is not possible that numerical will be simple or easy. Some criticalness will be definitely over there. Try to understand the concept which is given in the form of question and step by solve any numerical over there. Now, moving to question number 2, and the part is, find the volume of a cone. Find the volume of a cone if its total surface area is 7128 square centimeter. Once again, find the volume of a cone means our target is to find the volume of a cone. Actually formula is 1 upon 3 pi r square h. Means we need r and h both the values. If the total surface area is 7128 square centimeter, means total surface area is 7128 square centimeter and the radius of a base is 28 centimeter. Means they have given a base radius also. If I am going to explain the same part in terms of diagram point of view, they have given us a base radius. This R, they have given us 28 centimeter. Also, they have given total surface area. Means for a cone, they have given total surface area. We know the formula for total surface area. Formula is pi r into bracket r plus L. Means our first target is to find the slant height L. After that, our second target is to find vertical height. And after that, we will get all the calculation in terms of parameter. So, starting that part over here, and a part is. So, one by one, try to understand this part. They have given us if total surface area. So, I am going to start from that part. So, first part, total surface area. And this value they have given 7128 square centimeter. Now, what is meant by total surface area of cone? It's nothing but pi r into bracket r plus L is equal to 7128 square centimeter. Now, one by one, in case of a given data, they have mentioned one special part, that is pi 22 by 7. So, we are using this value over here. So, pi means 22 by 7 into radius r. They have given radius r as base radius 28 into bracket r plus L. So, r is again 28 plus L is equal to 7128. Now, up to this step, maximum student can complete the part, but beyond this, calculation and practice for simplification is most important. Now, here first part is 28 plus L, I am going to keep as it is, 28 plus L is equal to, now simplification part. Here one by one, 7128, this 7128 is as usual. This 7 is divided by over here, goes to that side as a multiply by. And this 22 into 28, 22 into 28 multiply, come over here as a divided by. Now, maximum students are able to reach up to this part. No doubt, when we get simplification of this, again we have to shift this 28 to that side. But simplification of this step is most important. And if you make any silly mistake in a calculation, definitely you will be in a great problem, because your answer will be wrong and rest all process will not get correct answer over here. So 7128 into 7 divided by 22 into 28. Now always focus to the largest or greatest number which is given over here, and in that case you must able to make its proper division or simplification. Here some hint over here. First number is 22. I repeat, the number is 22. It is divisible by 11. Means you can identify that this number may be probable divisible by 11. This 28, we know it's 14 into 2 or 7 into 2 into 2. Means again you can cancel this 7 over here. In that case you must able to develop your logic and the simplification will be. For example, here I am going to clear one step, is equal to. For example 22, I am going to write it as 11 into 2. That will be the first and very simple simplification. Now we can understand a numerator contain one value, that is 7. Now 28 I can break as 7 into 4. Now please try to understand what exactly I have done. This is a 7 which can cancel with this 7, and this 11 into 2 into 4, this part will be split with this group and we will get any simplified value of this part. Means observing by number also you must able to make understanding in terms of solution of that part. Now here this number is 7128. Here either by logical presentation or by calculus method you can solve it, and the simple method is synthetic division, and in this numerical we are trying to understand it. So for 7128 please try to understand over here. Now from this evaluation means 7128, this is to be needed to be get simplified, and the respective number may be 11 into 2 into 7 into 4, where 7 can cancel with 7, we have to think about rest of the number. So number is 7128. So I am going to start its synthetic division. 7128. Simply first division by 2. So your part is 2. 2 3s are 6, carry 1, 11. 2 5s are 10, carry 1. 2 6s are 12 and 2 4s are 8. This is the first step of simplification. Again last digit is 4. So I am going to divide it by 2. 2 1s are 2. Next 2 7s are 14, carry 1, 16. So 2 8s are 16 and 2 2s are 4. Next again last number is 2. So taking division by 2. 2 8s are 16, carry 1. 2 9s are 18, 2 1s are 2. Next again last number is 1, means it is not divisible by 2. But by rule 1 plus 8 9, 9 plus 9 18. Their addition is 18. As it is divisible by 3, naturally this number is divisible by 3. 3 2s are 6, carry 2, 29. So 3 7s are 3, 9s are 27, carry 2, 3 7s are 21. So the next part is again this 7 plus 2 9 plus 9 18, means this number is divisible by 3. So 3 9s are 27, carry 2, and again 27, means 3 9s are 27, again dividing it by 3. So here 3 again divisible by 3, so 3 1 1 or 11, and 11 is a prime number, so 11 ones are 11. Means this entire number which is 7128 can be split into the part of 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 11. Now remember, either you can put this number over here by series or you can create own logic. Means what? Identify the number which are available over here, 11, 2, 4 and 7. So one by one I am going to identify. 11 is over here, means I can put 11 directly over here. Now 2 and 4, these are the two numbers, 2 and 4. So 1 is a 2 and this 2 into 2 4, I can put it over here. Rest non-available number type of category is 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. If I am going to make simple product of all this group, 3 into 3 9, 9 into 3 27 and 27 into 3 81. Means this is a 81, 2 into 2 4. This is a 2 and last is a 11. Means simply I can write this number as 7128 as 2 into 4 into 81 into 11. What is the advantage of that? 2 into 4 into 81 into 11. I am writing split up of this number. Means 7128 can be written as 2 into 4. 2 into 4 into 81 into 11. So 81 into 11 into 7 as it is. Now we can have a simply part for common cancelling. Means first here 11 get cancelled with 11. Next 7 get cancelled with 7. Third 4 get cancelled with 4. And last 2 get cancelled with 2. I just not make cut off so that you can easily understand what number is going to get cancelled. All the basement number is get cancelled with particular few numbers from a numerator and only one part is 81 remain. Naturally, for my calculation 28 plus L. Here I am able to get the next calculation 28 plus L is equal to the remaining number, that is 81. No doubt our calculation is still pending. So evaluation is L is equal to 81, shifting this 28 to that side, minus 28, and the simplification is 1 minus 8 or 11 minus 8 means 3. So carry 1. 8 minus 3 means 5. So value of L is 53, or you can say slant height. That is equal to L. This is equal to 53. And as in this numerical, all unit are in centimeter. So I am writing in centimeter. And in this way, we have completed the first part, that is slant height L is 53 centimeter. Now with the help of slant height, we have to do the rest of the calculation. So up to this step, try to understand because this numerical is longer in length. Now as we are able to get the slant height, that is L 53 centimeter. Now our second target, we know the radius or base radius. So we have to calculate vertical height. So we know the formula and the part is, therefore by geometry of cone, we have a part, that is r square plus h square is equal to L square. Now they have given us a base radius, that is 28. So I am writing 28 square plus h square. Value of h that we don't know. So I am writing it as h square is equal to L square. Recently we have calculated L as a 53. So I am writing it as a 53 bracket square. Next step, simplification. H square is equal to 53 square. Shifting 28 square over there become minus 28 square. Again student, we have some simplification technique on that. Either you can do a 53 square minus 28 square, simplify it and write the answer. Else you can split this part as a square minus b square, which will be split into the part of a plus b into a minus b. So the part is a plus b means 53 plus 28 into second bracket 53 minus 28. And the simplification is 8 plus 3 11 carry 1, 5 plus 2 7 plus 1 8 into 53 minus 28. So 3 minus 8 or 13 minus 8, it become 5 and carry 1, 5 minus 3, so it become 2. So it become h square. So h square is nothing but 81 into 25. You directly take root from both sides. What will be the trick? H square is 81 into 25. So h become, here the part is 81 having a root 9 and 25 having a root 5. And this is a very simple technique by which you can solve it. H square is equal to 81 into 25. It is possible because of into. That is why we are using this trick. So 81 having a root 9 and into as usual 25 having a root 5. So naturally here h or vertical 9 into 5, it becomes 45 and its unit is centimeter. And in this way we are able to calculate second evaluation, that is vertical height h 45 centimeter. Still our target is incomplete. Why? Because they have asked us question, find the volume of a cone. So starting a calculation for volume of a cone over here. So please pay attention. Now for the third step of a calculation, that is the volume of a cone. So your part is volume of cone. We very well know its formula, that is 1 upon 3 pi r square h. So 1 upon 3 pi is 22 by 7, r square, r is 28. So 28 square, I am writing it as 28 into 28 into h. So height is h, and we have calculate height h as 45. So this 45 is over here. Now the next part is simplification. Here simplification is the next part for our final answeration. Now one by one, either you can do the calculation here itself only, or you can write directly answer. But I am going to do the needful simplification. Here 7 ones are 7, 7 fours are 28. Now 3 ones are 3 and 3 15s are 45. Means your entire evaluation is remain 22 into 28, 22 into 28 into 4 into 15. So 4 into 15. Now once again I am going to give some hint or trick over here to solve. What is exactly? 22 into 28 into 15 into 4. 15 into 4 means 60. That is the first step. Next I am going to take first product 4 into 15. Then I am going to multiply 22 by 60. And the part is 6 into 2, 12, carry 1. 6 into 2, 12 plus 1, 13. Means 1320. This is the product of 22 into 60 into 28. And now our final calculation or final answer for this part in terms of product. And after, if you are going to do this calculation, you will get the answer, and that answer is. And after the product, you will get the calculation in terms of answer is 36,960 cubic centimeter, as it is a volume. And after doing a product of 1320 into 28, you will get the answer 36,960 cubic centimeter. And in this way you can solve entire numerical. So student, this numerical is somehow longer in size, as well as it contains the first calculation for slant height L, second calculation for vertical height h of a cone, and the third calculation for volume of a cone. And in this way you can complete entire numerical.